My name is Eric Sprouse. I teach effective speaking here at the college, and I think it's important to have an art theater troupe here at AI, because when you teach effective speaking, what is theater? And it really is just communicating well through effective speaking and mass communication and through the arts in general, and I think that's very important at this school. So I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to say thank you on behalf of our theater troupe for coming out tonight. Please feel free to cheer and applaud all of the students here tonight who are directing the play, because they have busted their tails to make this night possible with rehearsals and props and what's behind. It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, you know, the guy behind the magic curtain pulling all the strings and stuff like that. These guys have pulled off a play tonight, or a night tonight, that consists of problems and things that won't work. And they're still going to plow right through all of that and put a production together that I think, hopefully, that everyone will enjoy. One play is supposed to take place in a cargo plane in 10,000 feet. Another one takes place in an attorney's office. Another one takes place with Dracula and Wolfman. So, as you can see, it'll be a night full of fun, and I just want to make sure that my crew would have my head on a platter if I didn't thank you for coming out tonight. On behalf of them, they just want to say thank you very much and enjoy the night. Again, I can't tell you enough. Don't feel like it's so formal. Community theater is expressing themselves through the arts, and it really is going to be kind of a nightmare for some of our actors tonight. Sometimes here, we don't have a theater department here at the college. All right? So a lot of the actors you see tonight are culinarians, they're cooks, they're web designers. This is like a hobby thing, it's something fun. So I'm sure they would really have this all pay off for them if you applaud and cheer. Okay? So please feel free to clap, not a golf clap. Like, woo! They would love it. Okay? So thank you for coming, and we're going to start right now.
I chose the play that I did because my best friend wrote it. He is a great writer, and I thought he did a wonderful job. I mean, I helped him revise it, and it has a lot to do with me and him, and it kind of reminds us of each other, and I love it. I think it's really good. The name of the play is called Change. It's about two college students that are getting ready to graduate, and one of them is freaking out. They're upset. They don't know what to do with their life. They don't know what's going to happen after college, and their best friend is trying to calm them down. Rehearsals are really, really great. Both my actors they're experienced, and they know what they're doing. They still have things they need to work on, but so far they're doing a great job. At this point, we've had 4 rehearsals, and I've given them pointers. They've given their input on things, and they've done a really, really good job. He's really open. He's an open-minded person, and he takes whatever I have to say and what I think the character, how it should be portrayed. He takes it in and he adds his little flair onto it, and he does a really good job. The type of challenges that I've kind of met of being a director is just scheduling, just time, and trying to be able to understand where my actors are coming from and what their schedules, when I want them and I need them to work with me, and they can't always work with me, but that's just the way life goes. You have to realize that everybody has other things going on besides what you need them to be having going on, and that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else has been really well. That and kind of searching for props, that's been kind of difficult. Trying to find everything that I need to make look realistic. But that's just the way you got to do it if you don't got any money. It's just so busy, but I like busy. I mean, busy is better than being stagnant and boring. So I don't go out and go all crazy if something's not going my way, but it's just the way it goes. I told my actors that starting next rehearsal, I'm taking your scripts away. There's no, you're not giving them to me. Like, I'm taking them away, and if you don't have your lines memorized, and if you do not have diction in what you're saying to me, I'm gonna make you start over again. But I have this one part where my actress is chasing my actor basically around the stage as he's pacing, and she runs into him. I've had to practice that multiple times. Or stage slap. That is very interesting because they keep going the wrong direction in the stage slap, but it's work in progress, and it's great because they're learning something new. And I mean, they're learning, I'm learning, it's great. I hope they get the fact that college isn't the end of the world, and that though, you know, we're all here to make a better life and to go farther in this world. And just because you're out of school and you don't have a job and you don't got any money doesn't mean it's over. It means that you get a fresh start, and you get to take all this knowledge that you've taken in all this time, and go out there and do what you want to do what you love, do what you went to school for. Don't be afraid. I mean, it can be scary, but see the more positive side of life.
Oh my god! I got here as soon as I could. What's the matter?
I think I'm going to die, Natalie.
Wait, what?
I think I'm going to die. I can't do this. I can't graduate. I can't move on. I still feel like a 12-year-old stuck in this big adult grown-up about to graduate body.
I can't believe you called me all the way here just to complain about your life.
Ouch.
Okay, you'll be fine. You don't need me here.
No, I will not be fine. You don't understand, Natalie. I have no plan. I'm going to be a huge, fat failure.
You're insane.
You're not going anywhere. We've been best friends for years, and now we are graduating. Not elementary, not high school, but college. We are graduating college, and we have to move on. I have to be an adult. I have to be an old man. What am I going to do?
Has anyone ever told you that you're very melodramatic?
No, never heard that before.
See? You're smiling. That's all you need. Just smile. I'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No, I will not be fine. You don't understand. I'm going to be some loser that is sleeping on a corner. I am going to be a hobo. I can't be a hobo. I cannot pull that look off.
Okay, you're not gonna be a hobo, okay? You're never gonna have to live on the streets. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Really? Promise?
Promise. You will never live on the streets.
Okay. But I still don't think that's good enough. What will I do for a career? I have no job lined up at all.
So, neither do I. But still, you just have to keep calm, okay? Just be proud of yourself for graduating.
Okay.
Right. Okay, what are you doing?
Writing
Writing what?
a contract.
A contract for what?
When I get done writing it, you can read it, and then you will know.
Oh, okay, excuse me. Alright, done yet?
Almost. Here, read this and sign at the bottom.
Luke, what is this?
Just read, please.
Fine. I, Natalie Stout, promise that I will never let my very best friend Luke Ryan ever become homeless. Luke!
What? Just keep reading.
Oh my god, fine. I also promise that I will always provide food and shelter for him if he ever becomes a loser. Which he won't, because he is the coolest person that I know. Luke, you really want me to sign this?
Yeah, you said it. I just want to get it in writing.
Fine, pen.
Here you go.
There. Happy? Now that you know that you will never have to be a hobo, is everything okay?
I guess so. So, what's going on with you?
Well, since you asked, I am like so excited to graduate, and just the thought of moving on with my hopes and
Wait! Why are you making this about you? This is about me. Why are you excited? I called you here, remember? You don't need to calm me down, Natalie.
Okay, what exactly do you want me to say, Luke?
I just want you to tell me that everything will be alright.
Everything will be alright.
Okay.
doing? Another contract?
Yes, I want you to promise me that everything will be alright.
Look, stop, okay? You don't need some stupid contract for me to tell you everything will be alright.
But I
But nothing, okay? Calm down, stop. Stress me out.
Natalie,
What?
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What do grown-ups wear?
Oh my
I
God,
mean,
here we
I
go.
can't just walk down to the world wearing jeans and a t-shirt anymore. I'm gonna have to wear a suit or something, right? Ties are not. Why are you not paying attention to me, Natalie? I'm gonna have to wear ties. I'm gonna have to wear those black shoes, and they're stiff, and they're gonna hurt my feet. I cannot do this. I am going to be one of those creepy old adults who still dresses like a kid.
Luke, you dress fine. You're already an adult.
No, I don't. And don't call me that.
Call you what?
An adult. I don't want to be called an adult until I'm ready to be one.
Okay. You know what's weird?
What?
We spend our entire childhood just wondering what it must be like to be an adult. And then we spend all of our teenage years just wishing we could be as old as our parents were so that we could do whatever we wanted to do. And then when you become an adult and the real world starts to knock at your door, obviously we freak out. We freak out because we don't know how to handle it and we don't know what's going to get there. We want to just go back in time because we want to be a kid again. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that everyone feels the way you do, Luke. Okay? But we just have to be adults and jump into this world head on.
Wow. I never really thought of it like that.
Neither have I, actually. So it just came out.
You're going to do great in this world, Nat. You've always been the smart one. I've always looked up to you.
I know. Thanks.
I'm going to fail. I just know it.
Oh my god. Now! Why?
I'm not dedicated, Natalie. I've never finished one thing in my entire life.
Excuse me. You're graduating from college. You finished that, right?
I can't even finish tying my shoelaces before I go on to the next one. I literally go back and forth, one to the other until I'm done. I have the attention span of a kid at an amusement park. I just want to play games, Natalie. I just want to play games.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about freaking video games. I want to stay home all day and play video games. I do not want to work.
Luke, how'd you ever graduate from college?
I don't know. See, even you agree I should have made it to college.
Luke, that is it. I'm about 2 seconds away from smacking you again. You need to calm down, okay? This happens to everybody.
Okay,
Okay,
I guess you're right.
I know.
I will be fine. You will be
I
fine.
will.
You will be fine. Won't you, Natalie?
Of course I will.
I mean, you have a plan, right? You know how you will pay for your bills? You know what you're gonna do for a job? You know what you want to do with the rest of your life?
The rest of my life?
Oh, yes, yes. You are ready for that, right?
I guess I never really thought about it like that. The
Sure
rest
is
of
a-
my life.
Sure is a long, long life, Natalie. You do want to succeed and be happy, don't you?
I do.
And you have the perfect plan, right?
Oh my god! What am I gonna do? I have no money saved up. I don't even have a job plan. I am gonna be a huge bum and live at my parents' house until I'm 40. That's it. We gotta go back. We gotta go back to school. We can get our master's, right? What's a bachelor's degree do for anybody anymore these days, Luke? What are you laughing for? This isn't funny. This isn't funny at all.
It's just good to know that I'm not the only one freaking out here. I thought you were Little Miss Perfect and that everything would be okay.
Oh, you're playing with my head. You're playing me like a fiddle, you little.
Hey! I only want you to understand why I was freaking out in the first place. It's a big step. I want you to see that.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just spent more time being excited about graduation than actually thinking about what comes afterwards.
See? I did the opposite. I've been spending so much of my time wondering what happens after graduation rather than enjoying the fact that I actually finished it. I should be proud. I should be happy.
Duh, you should be. You did this. We did this.
We did, didn't we?
So, what now?
We move on.
Not so sure I'm ready for that now.
You are, Natalie. We're both ready because we'll always have each other. We're best friends. Always.
Yeah, but having a best friend doesn't always get you through the world.
Well then, we'll always have our good looks.
Very true, my friend. And plus, we are pretty awesome.
So what do you say? We make it through graduation, then after that, we'll deal with life.
Agreed. Plus, we made it through everything else this far. What's life?
Now come on. We're getting ice cream.
Luke,
Natalie?
we can't do this, right?
Of course we can. Now come on. We're getting ice cream and you're buying.
Excuse me, what?
Well, I became the director of the problem with language when a fellow student, Kara Kittle, had an issue, a medical issue, to where she had to leave school for a little bit. And I love Kara to death, and she mentioned she had a lot of enthusiasm for this theater troupe starting up, so I was more than willing to step in for her and make sure that it happens. Well, like, you know, with any good story, you need to cast well, and so I feel like the casting decisions made by the former director Kara were very beneficial. To be honest, there's always rough patches in the very, very early stages of rehearsals and whatnot as far as organization is concerned. But the more and more it's all about relating to people, really. Just the more and more you see them on a day-to-day basis, the more, the easier it becomes, therefore, to get into a rehearsal, get on the same page as far as high notes and low notes of the story, kind of making sure you're communicating the right emotions with your face, with your body, for each specific line, really, because each line has its own reason for being there. So the problem with language is about an actress during intermission of like a film festival type thing, and she is, you know, kind of smoking a cigarette, taking a break from what's going from her film fest and whatnot, and this comes outside kind of apologizing for what he said during the film fest, and you know, she starts to, you know, just kind of play it off like she's cool with it, everything, and then he really, you know, wants to make sure that his apology is accepted, and that's when she kind of, you know, tells him off in her own words. Her French is not that good, so to speak. So you know, that happens, and she feels pretty successful about that little tell-off, and then a friend of hers comes out and says that the judges changed their minds on their opinion of her work as long as they can keep this critic happy. And you know, she asks who this critic was and everything, and her friend tells her that it was a college professor and all these different things, and slowly but surely this actress starts to realize that who she told off was who she has to keep happy. So it's like this complex little situation. You really, at its core, you just see someone who made a move before they had all the facts, which is very relatable to everybody. So yeah, it's an exciting ride, and I think we have a good cast, so I think it should turn out nicely for but I really believe that theater kind of breaks those boundaries on its own, just because everyone can relate to a good story, and people like to be told stories, and if you can write a good one and compel people, it's always worth it. I really hope that the audience just learns patience above all else, because with this type of story, you know, I just know personally I have reacted unfavorably to situations before I knew all of the players and information at hand, and it always causes more drama than not. So definitely just be patient, be entertained, because it's still a funny take on this type of situation, but above all else, just have a great night, and use your ears before your mouth.
You'll find our snack bar chock full of good things to eat and drink. Tasty, tempting hot dogs, thirst-quenching soft drinks, fresh, crunchy popcorn.
Hello again.
You've plenty of
Enjoy the
time
first
to
act?
visit the snack bar
Absolutely.
now.
And you?
Not really.
Well, maybe Act 2.
Hey, yeah, maybe. Listen, about before, I didn't mean to upset you.
You didn't.
Well, it was thoughtless.
I've already forgotten.
It's just that you walked away so quickly, I thought it upset you.
But you didn't.
Fair enough. Then why'd you walk away so quick?
My sushi wrapper. I did throw it in the bin.
Before you went in? Well, I'm glad, I guess. Listen, that's why I didn't enjoy the first act. You see, I thought I'd upset you.
But you didn't upset me.
Still, I just wasn't good.
No big deal.
I just didn't like it.
As you said,
But other people,
did.
right? There was a lot of applause, and you were great as usual. Don't get me wrong.
Thank you.
But as for the entire piece, it just didn't grab me. You know what I'm saying?
As you said.
I was actually quite surprised that it won.
But it did.
Yeah, is Max your girlfriend?
No.
I thought that might be why you got so upset.
I didn't get upset.
Well, it just makes sense. If Max is your girlfriend, I say I don't like her film, you're not gonna be pissed.
Max is not my girlfriend.
No, really?
But she is my friend. No, thank you. And if I did get upset, which I didn't, I would be perfectly within my rights to do so.
Completely.
But like I said, I didn't.
Like,
Yes, like I said.
no, I mean me.
You.
Hey, not bad.
What?
What? I mean, I said like me.
Are you asking me if
I said I didn't like Max's film. Okay, not that it was a bad film.
I heard what you said.
What you thought I said, okay, but that's all I said.
You said it was bad.
I did not. Okay? I said I didn't like it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Who are you?
I'm Mark.
I know your name, but who are you?
Just Mark.
What do you do?
I'm gonna teach linguistics.
But what are you doing here tonight?
I'm here for the films. Hello.
Wow. Really? I see you at a lot of these things. You're just hanging around. Is that what you like to do? You just hang around?
I mean, a friend invited me, so.
What friend? I never see you with anyone. You're always alone.
They're over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just make them up? Or did your mind twist them into existence? Have you got a ticket?
What?
Are you meant to be here? Or did you just gate crash? Is that what you are? A professional gate crasher who likes to show up at things like this to tell people how bad their friends' films are?
Sorry.
I can't hear you.
I said I was sorry.
Sorry? You said you were sorry? Or is that what my twisted little mind heard?
It was just my opinion, alright?
Who asked for your opinion? I don't care. Neither does Max, neither does anyone else here. Your so-called friends don't even care. So next time, keep your opinion to yourself. You embarrassed Max. You embarrassed Max's acting troupe. Her agent even said, go back to the drawing board. So thank you, Mark, for your input. Hey, how's it going?
Why don't you jump off the bridge?
Hey! Hey, did you hear the news? What's that? the judges in there were having a change of heart.
Really?
Yeah, one of them completely changed his mind. He was actually gonna go around to each and every cast member and apologize. It was awesome.
That's great. Who is it?
I think he teaches English at some nearby college.
What was his name?
Mark something, I think. I don't know, that's not the point. The important thing is, we actually have a shot now, because the judges are thinking of moving our film to the #1 spot, just as long as that English teacher stays in a good mood.
Linguistics!
What?
He teaches linguistics.
That was it, how do you know that?
That's the problem with language. You say one thing, but you hear another. Mark! Mark!
I don't get it. What's going on?
Mark!
I chose to play Fate's Steady Hands because when I looked at the playlist, I had went through several different plays, and it just kind of popped out to me as something that would be an interesting kind of thing to tackle. I've worked in theater before, and I'd never done like a small casted play. It was a two-man play. So I thought, it'd be some kind of new little challenge to tackle. Rehearsals are great. I'm acting in my own play, so it's me with another actor, and they're going well. I mean, we're getting our lines down, blocking and stuff, but we're having fun with it. So I mean, it's great. We're really good friends, so we get along well, and everything works out quite well. We both really get into character, so one minute you can walk in the room and think that we're really hate each other and we're about to kill each other, and the next minute we're, rolling on the floor laughing. So, well, like I said, I've done theater before, and I've been in the situation, just not with as big a role. Fate's Steady Hand presented the challenges of taking on a director and actor role at the same time. Working with only the bare minimum of actors of only having two, so there had to be just a steady relationship. There's no building relationship really in the play. It's very small. It's a 10-minute play, and in the 10 minutes you go from two men that are seemingly on a friendly base level to hating each other. So it's kind of a difficult kind of thing to portray in 10 minutes. And preparing for it's not as difficult as a lot of people would think. There's a lot of, obviously, your blocking of where you're going to put people, movement, and constant going over scripting. In preparation, I had to figure out what kind of props were going to be used. We have to, basically, with it being such a small thing, it would have to be bare minimum but still make it look good. So I had to come up with a prop list of my own. Costume wear, which for me was kind of easy considering it takes place in a business setting. So nice suits and clothes. Fate's Steady Hand is about a man who comes to his boss's office and sits down and decides that he's going to explain to his boss how he is falling in love with his wife, with his boss's wife. And so it kind of gets a comical reaction with some slight humor to it, as the employee tends to try to drive a nail into the boss's side with some of his quirky comments and little things he says about his wife. So it's quite an interesting little piece. In watching Fate's Steady Hands, if anything, I would really hope that the audience would get a feeling of where infidelity does not lead to anything good. And that they are able to explore that there is a serious tone to the whole thing. There's, I would also, I hope that they would be able to catch on to the small comical quirks that are made in the play as well.
Yeah. I can't help if the revenue's down 5%. Look, it's no big deal. We're still gonna make out like bandits. Yes, the deal's on? Cool. All right, we'll do lunch. All right, thanks. Bye. Sam!
Richard?
You're in my office.
Yes.
And you're only wearing one shoe.
Yes.
Why?
I had an itch.
Okay. How did this happen?
Rich, I was contemplating the complex natures of love.
That explains it.
I'm wondering if you can control it.
Control it?
No, not control. That's a poor choice of words. Choose.
Like, choose who you do love or choose who you don't love?
Well, that's it. I'm wondering if you can control that.
Well, I kind of always grew up believing that love was some overwhelming, all-consuming entity. How do they put it? True love, that's it.
Well, eventually, Rich, but wouldn't you agree that in the beginning there's a point where you can actually, you feel yourself falling in love? Your heart gives you an option. Well, you accept it or you deny it.
Really?
Let me give you an example. I'm standing at this table and, I'm looking in the eyes of this girl I know, and her soft, beautiful blue eyes and crooked little nose and strawberry blonde hair. I'm listening to these words that are flowing forth from her lips, her soft red lips. I'm taking in every phrase, and they're seeping in and soaking into all my pores, and it's spreading throughout my entire being. It's like a long-awaited sunstorm, Rich, and I'm catching every drop with my mind and my body, my soul.
Sounds lovely.
But what if I sense that she won't return these feelings? I mean, that my forgoing emotion is really doomed for a long and extenuated dark winter, Rich. I mean, my feelings are like a tap. The pressure's building up, and all I gotta do is give it a little nudge. But can I choose to, nudge the tap the other way and shut it off and stop that torrent before it has a chance to consume me? Can I choose to say no?
Sam, that sounds nice and really convenient if it's possible.
Increasingly, I believe that it is.
So is that what you did? You shut off the torrent? You nudged the tap?
Well, no.
Really?
Not on this occasion. But,
And?
I still think it's possible, though. I mean, even if I wasn't successful on this occasion.
No.
Well, yes, Sam. Or Rich, I mean...
No, Sam, my answer's no. I don't think it's possible. Tap or no tap. If you're really that in deep with somebody, if you're truly in love, there's no way you can control it. And buddy, even if you do, the pressure's gonna build up, and it's gonna show. You're gonna hold it all back until you burst your emotional plumbing, and then you're gonna blow that tap off the wall. You're really screwed after that. Look, you're gonna find yourself wrapped in so much emotional torment that you feel like you're drowning in, a sea of love, and the only thing that can save you is that one person.
But what if they don't?
Well, it's like I said, you drown in a sea of love.
It's not as pleasant as it sounds. Look, Rich, I've had physical agony and, I've had mental anguish, but, nothing can compare with emotional pain. Rich, it's like if Jack the Ripper walked in this office and, cut your guts out with a rusty razor blade.
Ugh, dude, I just ate lunch. Okay. As intense as that sounds, I gotta disagree with you, man. There is something that can compare.
What?
And what if that one person returns your affection?
Well, then maybe you both drown.
But it's in the sea of love.
Isn't that a nice way to go if you have to?
But Rich, it's not a realistic outcome for me. I mean, the chances of this person returning my feelings are like, well, this pack of cigarettes, this damn room.
It's awfully small.
Awfully.
Okay, buddy. Look, I've had a rough day, but I'm gonna try and help. You come into my office like, with your one shoe on, and God only knows why, and you're telling me all this, and I kind of get the vibe that, I don't know, it's an ex-girlfriend or a past lover.
Well, no, this happens to be a current dilemma.
Who is she? Is it anybody I know?
Oh, Rich, quite well, actually.
Oh, who?
Rich, it's your wife.
Wait a minute. What did you just say?
I kind of thought the crooked nose comment would have gave it away.
Excuse me? Her nose isn't crooked. It's just a bump. I mean, saying it's crooked makes her sound like some sort of witch. It's just a bump. A cute, sexy little bump. Hey, and her eyes are green, not blue.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, Rich.
Oh, this is one beauty I hope you don't behold. Thank you.
Like I said, I'm trying to keep torn off.
Well, that's very wise on your part. Is that little winter you talk about? Will be very, very cold without any kind of comfort or any kind of company if you don't.
Look, like I said.
But you shouldn't be comparing those to this room. You should compare these to the whole building, the entire city.
Are you positive it's that slim?
I know my wife. She loves me. She's not holding back any kind of torrent. And if she does have a tap, and trust me, I know, hers is most definitely turned off.
Well, I'm glad you're so secure.
Bet your ass I am. I know my wife. She loves me. She'd have nothing to do with a guy like you. I mean, no way, no how.
Yes.
What's that supposed to mean?
I said yes.
Don't try and tell me she returns your... She's not giving you any kind of encouragement, is she?
Look, Rich, I said yes.
Okay. Now, I'm trying to stay very, very calm, but I want to make one thing crystal clear. I know my wife, and she loves me. If you're telling me that there's anything going on between you and the woman that I married, I don't know how much restraint I'll be able to display. I mean, I might just kill you right here and now.
And her too?
She's my wife. Of course not. I love her. I'll forgive her.
Of course.
Oh, you bet. It'll take time, but I'll forgive her. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll kill you both. What's it to you?
Rich, try to stay calm here. Look, nothing's occurred.
Good.
And physically.
Oh, keep dreaming, bud. Look, she's my wife and she loves me, okay? So, I mean, what gives you the right to come in here anyway and tell me all this wonderful, wonderful information? Spew it out over my office floor like it's some sort of sewage. Look, your little crush, it's inappropriate. And frankly, it's so pathetic, you should have just kept it to yourself until it passed.
So wait, let me get this straight, Rich. What you're telling me here is my little, infatuation will pass. Your wife, she's not worth loving.
No. My wife is eminently worth loving. Just not by you.
Look, Rich. You can't live without love.
But that love doesn't have to be with my wife.
Look, you said yourself that the tap can't be turned off.
Oh, yes, it can. Turn off the bloody tap.
The answer's no. I mean, you said it yourself. I can't.
Whatever. When you say occasions,
Yes.
you said there were occasions when you and my wife spent time together. Spill it, pal.
There have been two.
Two?
The first was the other day I was at the shopping center near where I live, and your wife, she does some volunteer work.
Yeah, yeah. She volunteers at the Cancer Council 3 days a week. I mean, she's got a kind soul. It's one of the things that made me fall in love with her.
Well, it's noble. I nearly ran into her in my car.
What?
She was pulling out of a spot, and I was looking for one. We got out just to check there had been no damage. It's recognition, brief conversation.
Brief?
Well, yes.
She didn't mention it.
Yeah, it's hardly worth it. I mean, I'm sure it meant nothing to her.
What about the second time?
Well, the second, I was walking down Pitt Street around lunchtime. I saw her standing in a coffee club sipping on a skinny latte. Again, recognition.
When did this take place?
Tuesday.
Oh, I was supposed to meet her for lunch, but hey, my meeting ran over.
Well, I went in and said hello, and I asked if I could join her. She said
yes.
I ordered a skinny latte as well. And we stood there. Soon the conversation got quite animated. We shared a number of similar ideas, theories, and stories. I decided I was hungry, and well, so did she.
You guys had lunch?
We ordered 2 focaccias, a salami rocket for me.
What the hell did you just say?
I'm sorry, Rich. A salami and rocket for me. Tuna salad for her.
No cheese. Hey!
And we stood there grabbing the quick, odd bite to eat, and what soon developed into a very wide discourse on very numerous level of subjects.
Okay, let me get this straight. You guys did lunch and you chatted?
Well, for over an hour. And she didn't mention it.
No. She told me she had lunch with a friend.
Ah, well, who was there standing in that coffee club, listening to her words, folding into my ears, her nuisance absorbing me, and it was then I realized I could fall completely in love with this intelligent woman. And I walked out on the street, and a busker was playing on a saxophone, some sad tune, something lost and lonely.
Oh, damn street musicians.
It was then I realized that the pressure was beginning to build behind my tap.
Well, enough with the bloody tap! I mean, have you guys had any more kind of contact or talked anymore?
You mean those focaccias and lattes?
Duh!
No.
Good.
Not in a physical way.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, we exchanged a few text messages.
Well, who started that bull?
I did, hands up. But they were responded to, and quite eagerly, if I might add. As it turns out, your wife, she gives extremely good text.
Well, God, I never even knew she knew how to send a bloody text message.
Oh, she does, and quite well.
You know, what do you plan on doing now?
Well, Rich, I was thinking of telling her
That you!
that the torrent's ready to burst forth.
Really? Buddy, I really hope you don't plan on using those exact words.
Well, yes.
Whoa, really? Really? Your constant use of the word yes is really starting to piss me off. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know if I can control myself. I mean,
Rich, I was hoping maybe, I'd tell her in some way. I was thinking of meeting her for another coffee. This time prearranged. With your permission, of course. The thing here is to be true to what you feel. I mean, well, the rest is in fate's steady hand. Yes?
let me get this straight. You're asking me if you can meet with my wife so you can tell her that you love her?
Oh no, let's not blow it out of the water here. I want to tell her I have the potential to fall in love with her.
And for that, you want my permission?
Rich, yes, Amy. Look, let's look at the reverse here. Say I didn't tell you and went behind your back and formed some crazy meeting with your wife. I mean, at least this way I'm being upfront, telling you how I feel, you know, and, well, where you stand. I mean, is that the most appropriate course of action?
Sam, the most appropriate course of action is for you to forget what you feel for my wife.
And if I don't?
I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll explore the complex nature of modern electronics. Maybe that'll do the trick. A few short, sharp whacks to your skull, yes?
Probably.
Look, the funniest thing about all of this, if it isn't all funny and not stupid and pathetic and asinine, is not only are you telling all of this to the man who happens to be married to the object of your little unfortunate affection, I also happen to be your boss. Get it, Sam?
Fired, right?
So fired.
Completely?
Totally!
End of the day?
Well, Sam, I think 10 minutes should be enough for you to, 1, put your other shoe back on, and 2, excuse me, pack the rest and get out of my office.
I will do.
I'm in love with your mind. Blue eyes. Green. Something else?
Just one more thing, Rach. Since I'm fired,
Yeah.
obviously I have the rest of the afternoon off. And
Oh.
out of curiosity, while you're trapped here at work, stuck behind your desk, and mounds of work to do, just a little thought crossed my mind. I mean, you happen to know, Rich, is your wife at home?
I chose you because just after reading the script, I just thought it was so hilarious how ironic the situation was, where we all have been in those really awkward situations where you like somebody who doesn't necessarily like you because they like somebody else. I may or may not have been there. And I thought it was funny. So I was like, this is hilarious. And it's just a hilarious script in general. Like, you, it's just so funny for no apparent reason that it called to me.
It called to you.
You called to me. Our rehearsal is interesting. It's interesting.
I bet.
Because we have such a, maybe a problem. I think this is the largest casted play that we're doing. It's interesting getting everyone there in general, but you know, when we get there, we have a lot of fun. There's a lot of, I would say, even reading over the script, I blushed a little bit for, you know, some of the content, and a lot of people get really uncomfortable saying their lines, but other than that, usually we have a good time. Everybody just gets to know each other, and we do our best to work with all the different personalities that you is trying to incorporate. I was born with that art gene. I'm not really sure, I can't remember, again, why I was born with the art gene, if it's the left or right side of the brain that is the art part. Whichever one that is, that's what I have, if you can't tell. Because that's all I got. I know it's, at least I know that enough. That is always born with just a love of art, and theater just incorporates into that. Usually if you love one thing, you love everything, and I've always wanted to be an actress, secretly. Slash singer, slash model, slash producer. Yeah, there's just a lot. Just a lot in that pot. But acting, of course, is always my first love. You is about 5 crazy people. I mean, really crazy people who are in love with someone who does not love them. That is just the essence. If you had to break it down, very basic is what You is about. And their little, their awkward moments of them all coming together. and meeting in one place. So everybody gets to see you're the other woman or man, woman. That's what it is. Well, the initial challenge was just casting, you know, 'cause like I said, since, you know, it's the most heavily, I guess, casted play that we're working with. I'm trying to find actors that fit my vision, that were committed in general, and blocking probably is my biggest challenge, because you know we're working on a pretty closed, pretty stage, and trying to get everybody to fit there and make it look like we're not trying to kiss each other is the problem, but I'm pretty sure we can make it work. I think the most unique aspect of my play is that I have 2 gender-bending roles, where I have a woman who is played by a man and a man who is played by a woman, because when they auditioned for me initially, I auditioned them, you know, as their correct genders, and I didn't like it. And I was like, you know, just for giggles, you know, I'll read this line for me. And when they read it, I was like, this is perfect. You're gonna be a woman, and you're gonna be a man, and that's all. I like, there's no question about it, because it's the only thing. So I think that's probably very unique about our play. Which, I mean, that happens in real life though. We're 2011, you know, there's so many different types of love, which is also really important that we incorporate that too. It's not always just man and woman or whatever. There's just, love is so universal and has so many different masks that I thought that, in an interesting way, even though that's not how it was written or that even how it was intended, that's kind of what it will come off maybe as being, if not just really hilarious in general, that if people pick up on if one of them's a woman and one of them's a man, which they probably will. A lot of us have been there, you know, we've liked the cute guy, I don't know, in room, I don't know, 112 who sits in front of us in math, and he clearly sees the prom queen and you're just, I don't know, like prom princess. You know, we've all been there. And then sometimes it's okay to laugh at yourself. That whole love thing, concept, idea, whatever, is complicated in general. And, you know, what it boils down to is a lot of crazy, awkward situations. But it's all right, because sometimes it's really funny, actually, what comes out of it. And if anything, I just want people to laugh. I just want them to have a good night. I want them to laugh. And, yeah, it's like I said, just make fun of love, because it's funny.
Really?
That's what it's all about.
Is it?
And what I need you to understand.
Hold on. I don't need to understand anything.
What I'd like you to understand
Better.
is that this isn't a casual thing for me.
Hold on. There's a thing at all.
Well, there is for me, and it's not casual.
Oh, that's sweet.
Sweet?
Yes, sweet.
You mean
Got a crush.
you feel the same?
Not even a crush. Less than that. I'm afraid.
Glad you think it's funny.
Oops. Look, you're great. Really great.
Obviously not great enough.
It's all me. It's really me. It's just that I'm not ready for that kind of commitment, and there's that other thing.
You're big on things, aren't you?
We work together. Office romance. Isn't that a bit passé?
Passé? Did you say passé?
Yes, passé.
So now, not only am I not a thing, but I'm passé as well?
I didn't mean it like that. It's just that you're young.
Not that young.
Well, younger than me? Look, I need someone older, someone more experienced, someone who I can learn from, someone wiser, someone like my old music teacher, Mr. McGuire. I was only 14, but I'll never forget him. That's who I need.
I thought you just said you were ready for something right now.
No, I'm not, but if the right person came along.
And that isn't.
You. Sorry.
Well.
Well, no, Dominic, you're a great guy. But, like, get over it.
But you don't understand. I think if you just got to know me a little better, I think you'd like me.
I'm sorry. I'm just not interested in
Maybe you should get out more.
But you don't understand. I haven't had a girlfriend in 2 years.
Then maybe you should really get out more.
Don't tell him I'm here.
No, come out from there, you little worm. So this is it, huh? This is what all the fuss is about? Yeah, just what I expected. Some trumped-up little blonde tart.
And what are you, the Terminator?
Better than Malibu Barbie.
Strang, what are you doing here?
Strang? That's your name? Strang?
What about it, Cindy?
Dominic, this is Deborah. I've told you about Deborah.
Yes, only every bloody day for the last year. Here I thought she was Lady Di, and now I find she's nothing.
I am not nothing.
Yeah, we're pretty close. How can you choose her over me?
Dominic, are you?
No, this is all just a misunderstanding.
Oh, no misunderstanding. Oh, come on, baby. Nobody else can make you feel the way I can.
Get away from me.
You know, why you haven't had a girlfriend in the past 2 years?
Look, I'm not gay, okay?
Oh, my little domino.
Stop calling me that.
Oh, stop fighting. It's jump. I'll catch you.
Yeah, Dom, maybe you should stop fighting him. 2 years is a long time. And I mean, 3 years kind of came.
But he's not you.
Oh, what? Because I don't have a fake boobs and a painted-on tan?
Hey, this tan is real, okay?
I have a firm, muscular physique, hard, throbbing power, and a heart that beats for just one thing. You.
Stay away from me.
Well, I'll break the silence. Listen, Domino, nobody else can make you feel the way I can, so why don't you just stop fighting? Really, come into my arms, let the string man wrap you in his big, bare hug.
Strang.
Oh, shit.
Is it you? Strang. It's you. What are you doing here? I thought you didn't drink coffee.
Yeah, what, are you stalking me now?
Of course not. I was on my way returning my Alex Jerome Dickey novels and I saw you through the window.
Who the hell is this?
Jealous now.
No, just curious.
Oh, see, you do care.
Are these your friends?
Oh, yes, Alice, may I introduce you to
Nick.
And
Deborah, delighted to meet you.
Cool. I never get to meet your friends.
What are you talking about?
Listen, Alice, I'm really busy right now. So if you could just...
Well, I'm sorry. I was just wondering if you wanted me to come over later. I really haven't done it in like 3 days and I'm really horny.
What's the name of this place? We must come here.
Listen, Alice, could I call you on the phone later?
Oh, please, don't mind us. Continue.
It's just ever since that third orgasm last Tuesday, I can't stop thinking about you.
But you were with me last Tuesday until about 10.
But, listen, Alice, please go.
Well, alright, first, I want to read you this poem I wrote. It's really good, I promise you'll love it. Alright. Strang, my wild stallion of love.
Please stop.
How you do thrust me. What I feel for you is so intense, so profound. It's like nothing I've ever felt before. When you make love to me so aggressive and hard, it's like the most powerful experience of my life.
It was just...
I thought you were gay.
I am.
Don't sound like it to me, baby.
Listen, Alice, this is really, really sweet. Really it is. But could you just piss off?
Let her finish.
Just a few more lines, I promise. when we did it the first time and I saw the full extent of your love, I wondered, how am I going to... Wow, you love my poem so much, you ate it! That's like the second most powerful experience of my life! See, I was right to love you.
Listen, Alice, everybody, I can explain, really.
Oh, we're listening.
Well, you see, she works at the bookstore by my house.
Cosmic love box.
Yes, and then you let me in the house the other night.
You were banging on my door at 3 a.m.
Yeah, well, so I was walking home and I was really drunk and stoned.
And depressed.
And then I ran into you.
I'm an insomniac.
Of course you are. Yes, well, I was lonely. I was just so lonely. And then she started quoting Joe Jackson songs to me, and you know how much I love those. And then,
So do I.
and then it happened.
Over and over again.
But the whole time I was thinking of you.
Don't tell me that.
Oh.
Did you see how much I need you?
Somebody kill me. Alice, my love. I can't bear it any longer. We must be united as one. Will you marry me?
How is it?
Walter.
Who the hell is Walter?
He was my music teacher in high school. I kissed him one time behind the boys' bunnies, and now he's like completely obsessed with me.
It's you, Alice. Only you. My love.
Stop calling me that.
If I can't have you, then I'll die.
That is like so fake.
I know, but it's from my operatic version of Romeo and Juliet, written as a tribute to you.
Wait. Music teacher? Where did you go to school?
Northwestern. Why?
Me too. Mr. McGuire.
Oh my God.
Hey.
David Price.
How you
You
doing?
that psycho bitch from hell.
You can't say that anymore. I mean, like, what are the chances of us meeting here like this? It's like, thanks.
Get back, man. Crazy.
You can't deny what you felt for me any longer.
I haven't felt anything for you.
I saw the way you used to look at me.
I was wondering how anyone can be so stupid.
Look, you need to leave the 24 hours alone. I'll show you what the real one is.
Oh, what a joke.
Alice has an IQ of 169. She knew all of Beethoven's concertos before she was 9. That's why I love you. And can never love you. I mean, look at that ridiculous tan. How many kinds of skin cancer do you have?
Look, I'll lose the tan. I'll wear a shroud. I'll change to the color of snow. I'll do anything to be around you, to learn from you, to worship you, to bathe in your knowledge.
Maybe you should bathe with disinfectant first.
How can you be so cruel?
How can you?
But how can you?
How can you?
How can you?
Damn it, he's still over. Because of you.
Stop it! Stop it! Everybody just stop it, okay? I know what all the trouble stems from. I know what all of our problems.
So do I.
And me.
Me too.
Our problem is
You!
Jammed is about a guy who is supposedly a director, a play director, which I thought was kind of funny because he's almost in the same situation as I am. He is a play directs a play. He supposedly has a production the next day. It's a reading through the play, and he goes into this photocopy store and he's wanting to copy a 350-page play because I think it said over 7 acts. And he goes in there, and he's getting ready. There's this lady in there setting up like this complex copy. You know, she's pushing all these buttons, getting all this stuff in, and he's going in there, and he puts down this stack of paper and prepares to copy this play. And she's like, "You're doing an awful lot of copying." And he looks at her, he's like, "What?" She's like, "Yes, a lot of copying." He's like, "Yeah, it's a play." And they're going back and forth, and they get into it, and she ends up telling him that she actually has never pressed copy on that photocopier, and she's worked at many other photocopying stores, and it's just like, I guess she's an environmentalist, a tree hugger, and she goes around from different photocopying stores and basically sabotages one photocopier and then uses the other one the whole time, so no one can ever copy anything. And the funny part is, he's not going in just to copy something. He's going in to copy this play 21 times, 350 pages. She explains that that's over one ream of paper. And the whole time he's hitting on her. You know, he tells her like, "Oh, it's about this guy in a photocopying store. Oh wait, I mean a department store." You know, trying to like let her know, like, you know. And she ends up going out with him on a date just to get him to not copy this play. And towards the end of the play, they talk about making a production. It's all digital. All the scripts are on there on the computer, and they read it off that. And it's going to be a play about saving paper and saving the trees and saving the environment. And I like that a lot. It's pretty comical how it turns around. The biggest challenges, I think, would have to be finding time to rehearse. Finding time for anything, actually. My biggest challenge was finding my female lead, because basically I told myself in the beginning, okay, if I can't find a male lead, I'll just do it myself, which I ended up doing anyway. I'm going to direct and act in my play, but finding actors who will commit, that is the biggest problem. I mean, another challenge would be, like I said, the props. I have to make a photocopying machine. And what I'm going to do is I have 2 cardboard boxes. I mean, this took like hours to think of, but it's so simple. I'm just going to take 2 cardboard boxes and put a sheet over it and just put photocopier. Because I'm trying to think of this like I was thinking like painting paper and like making this really detailed drawing. I'm like, that's not the main focus here. I just got to have something that says photocopier. So I'm just going to take these 2 cardboard boxes and do that, and then I got to create the atmosphere of a photocopy store. As I said before, this is a really good experience, and it teaches me more than I thought I needed to know. I'm coming across problems that I didn't even know existed, and now I do, and that's going to help me out in future productions for school and for my career. And you know, maybe as I get out of school, I might direct a play or something, just like a spare time, because it's actually kind of fun. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with that. I mean, you get to dress up. I mean, you get to work with the actors. You get to go in front of the audience and say, "Hey, this is my play." I mean, it's not like a film where you're hiding behind this camera. I mean, you're out in front center stage. Like, watch this. I mean, I like that. It's really neat. I mean, I hope they get a good laugh. I mean, it's supposed to be a funny play. I mean, I hope they're not bored. I hope they don't have people leaving, going to the bathroom and for mine. I mean, I like to entertain people. I mean, of course, that's my business, that's my degree, that's going to be my career. So entertainment is my big thing, and I hope they're entertained. I hope I get some people that laugh. I hope I get some people that think it's funny, or maybe even people that have been in an experience like that themselves. And it's my main thing is entertainment. That's what I'm going for. You do it?
You're doing a lot of photocopying.
You say something?
I said you're doing a lot of photocopying.
Oh, it's a play.
Really? By who?
Me.
So you wrote all this?
Yeah, you're gonna win a Tony one day.
It looks long.
Oh, it's an epic. 7 acts. Runs over 4 hours.
And it's only one-sided.
Oh, the actors prefer it like that when they're doing a moved reading. It's easier to read.
How many actors are there?
19.
And each actor gets their own copy?
Of course. I got my copying card all juiced up. Cost me over $100.
Is that all?
I certainly hope so.
So you're gonna copy this whole thing 19 times?
21 actually. One for me and one for the director. You should come. I'll get you a flyer.
That photocopied too?
Printed actually. Costs a bit more, but if you don't value your work, who will?
How many people are expected to come to this reading?
The venue holds 86. I'm hoping for about 50, 51 including you.
So you're photocopying this whole thing just so 50 people
51.
can come and hear your play read?
Actually, and watch it too. It's a movie play reading. The actors move about the stage in a script in hand, and they draft out all the stage directions. It's the easiest way to see a play come to life. Oh, I'm Danny, by the way.
Christine,
Christine. It's a beautiful name. Do you mind if we use it in one of my plays?
as long as it's not as long as this one. How many pages is it anyways?
146.
And you're copying it 21 times?
You got it.
Right.
Do you want to hear what it's about? Well, the lead role, his name is Daniel. And see, people think it's not a biography, but I assure you it's not. See, his name is Daniel, while my name is Danny. He's a poet while I'm a playwright, and he lives in Sharonville while I live in Cincinnati. Totally different. Anyway, it's about how he asks out these 24 women over a period of 6 months. They all turn him down, okay? And then he meets this girl named Caroline in a photocopy store, or a hardware store, okay? And it's definitely...
3,066.
I'm sorry?
You're gonna use 3,066 sheets of paper. That's over 8 reams of paper.
Like I said, it's a long play.
Did you know that it takes 17 trees to make 1 ton of paper?
8 reams is hardly a ton.
But it's still a lot.
I thought they used recycled paper here.
Not completely recycled. Recycled pure white. Everybody's gotta have nice white paper.
It's easier to read.
So recycled pure white is only 50% recycled. 50%!
It's better than 49.
You think this is funny?
No.
Then why are you smiling?
You're in a Kinko's. That's what people do in a Kinko's. They photocopy. That's what you're doing.
I'm not copying.
You're using the machine.
I just look like I'm setting up a very complex photocopy, but do you ever actually see me hit copy? I just use the machine so no one else can.
There's a second machine.
Sabotage.
What?
I took out all of the paper and then I crumpled it up, stuck it back in. It'll be jammed for hours.
Does the manager know about this?
No, not yet. Usually takes them about an hour to figure it out.
And then what?
Then they'll kick me out. I'll just go to the next store and do it again.
You're very passionate about this, aren't you?
About as passionate as you are about your playwriting. Where are you going?
To get the manager. I have to photocopy my play.
Your play?
Yeah, there's a read-through tonight.
It's about a guy who can't get anybody to go out with him.
No, it's about every man on his funny and tragic search for love through a mythical urban landscape.
Because no one will go out with him.
That's a very literal interpretation.
And it's an autobiography.
No, it's not an autobiography. I explained that.
Well then, what if I went out with you?
Say that again?
I said, what if I went out with you?
You mean you would go out with me?
On one condition.
Okay.
You have to cancel your play reading.
Cancel the play reading? But then you couldn't come to it.
Neither could anybody else.
And then they wouldn't have to
Copy your play.
This is an interesting dilemma. See, it's a playwriting term. The protagonist, that's me, can get what he wants, as long as he gives up what he thought he wanted. If that is what he actually wanted in the first place. You get it?
I don't mean to rush you, but could you solve your little dilemma quickly? The manager's looking this way.
You really don't want me to copy this play, do you?
Yes, I'd be willing to do anything. I mean, no, not at all. In fact, the moment you walked in here, I thought, oh wow, hot stuff. Even better, intellectual hot stuff. This whole save the trees thing is just a ruse so I could find a way to ask you out.
You just made that up.
You got me.
That was actually pretty good. Have you ever done any acting?
Just at school, I miss.
I miss. Who did you play?
Cassette.
Cassette, I could see that. You'd be a great Cassette.
Thanks, I'll tell you all about it. Let's just get out of here.
Now, hold on. Don't rush me. This is a momentous decision. See, this could affect the entire future of my main character. Does he give up his dreams of a playwright to pursue his true love?
I wouldn't go that far.
Love?
Back.
Or lust?
Back again.
Friendship that leads to love?
Even further.
Friendship.
You got it.
Friendship that very possibly leads to more.
I don't think so.
Photocopying card again.
Okay, but you're buying the drinks.
I was thinking some red wine and cheese at Alfredo's, just around the corner.
Great, let's just go now.
Wait,
How can I do this? I've got it. I can still write the play. It'll be paperless though. No paper. We'll write it together on my laptop, okay? And then we'll bring it to the read-through, and then we'll read off the screen. You play David, I'll play Chrissy.
I think it might work better if maybe I played Chrissy.
Probably right. When he meets this girl named Chrissy who he falls in love with, and it prevents him from stopping writing the play.
Chrissy who stops him from copying the play and becomes his friend.
With possibly more.
Well, I think that the play should be filled with lots of information.
And not too much, or the audience will get turned off.
Well, at one point, Chrissy should say, "Did you know that it takes 17 trees to make 1 ton of paper?"
I can live with that.
So can I. Let's go. Wait, what are we going to call it?
How about to photocopy or not to photocopy?
Definitely need some work. I have a feeling this is going to be the sign of a beautiful friendship.
Possibly more.
I chose Ash because I like that it was kind of different. It's set on an airplane instead of like most of the other plays I found. Thought it would be fun. Basically, it's about these 2 women who are up in an airplane at going up to 10,000 feet, and the one woman just lost her boyfriend, and they're basically carrying out his final wishes. And her friend, is not so happy about it. Rehearsals are interesting. They're kind of between everybody's different schedules. They're hard to get together. But when we can get together, it's so far we've just had a couple read-throughs. We haven't done any blocking yet, but productive, I guess. We have to get a lot done at once, basically. It's really difficult to try to get everyone's schedules organized because everyone's at least got school, then work, and then everybody's at least doing one other play, directing or acting in another play, and all their other extracurriculars, so it's really difficult to get everyone together. Originally, I just thought it would be fun to get an opportunity to direct something different that wasn't in film. Oh, that has everything to do with my major. I mean, it's all working out schedules, finding actors, trying to get them to cooperate, so I think it's going to be a huge learning experience. This has been a really busy quarter for me, so having the time to actually sit down and think about it, going over, figuring out the blocking and all that, has been a little difficult. One of the most difficult parts of the play is creating the atmosphere. Part of it, a lot of it's going to be sound effects, some of it's costuming, and the rest of it's going to be acting and imagination. That's the fun part, really. It's the imagination, pretending we're in an airplane. Well, I didn't write this script, but it seems like there's no excess dialogue. It all has a point. It's all pretty much straight to moving the story along. And visually, it's kind of the same thing. Just getting right to introducing your characters immediately and introducing the problem, the solution, all that right away. It seems to be more difficult because everybody kind of has a different sense of humor. Everybody thinks different things are funny. But I think drama is actually easier to do, but I think it's fun to lighten it up a little. You don't want to have, especially in a 10-minute play, you don't want to sit there and just have it be completely dramatic the whole time. I think with the 10-minute plays, it's fun to have some comedy in it. I think most people would consider it a dramatic play, but I wanted to add a little bit of comedy to lighten it up. So I hope everybody sees the kind of comedy in it. Getting props and costuming has been interesting. My mom is mailing me my ski goggles, a pair of my sister's ski goggles, and her snowboard helmet, and other than that, I'm working on everything else, but that's been quite interesting. I found a couple Army-Navy stores, and I mean, they're still really expensive. I think the finding sponsors idea is a good one. I haven't gotten to that yet, but it's really crazy being in a whole bunch of different plays. Everybody's kind of scraping up props wherever they can. Like, you got a table? I need to use that table too. I'm like, so, hooah! So who has like a purple fluffy bathrobe at home? Your roommate has one? Can I borrow that? That'd be awesome. Because they're just not selling those at this time of year. Crazy hard to get. It's really weird to kind of, like, everybody needs the strangest kind of props. So, I mean, it's really weird what you can find, like, yourself, but going around asking, like, does anybody have one of these? Where can I get a bench? I'm gonna go out in front of McDonald's and grab that bench, bring it in for the play. I don't think the school has a bench. Still gotta go find one of those. But definitely props and costuming is probably one of the most fun parts.
This is great. I said, this is great. Glad you're enjoying it. Oh, I'm dying here. What do you want me to do about it? You asked me to come. Well, thank you. Oh, great. I may be about to die, but at least I'll die now knowing my best friend is grateful. You're not gonna die. Airplane. Open door, 10,000 feet. Some splat, splat, splat. Poke, poke, poke. Make any sense? What do you do? Holding you. If I hold on to you, you can't get sucked out. Well, now I can't get sucked out, but we can. And then it's double poke, poke, poke. Double splat, splat, splat. You're not going anywhere. I'm going 10,000 feet. We're wearing parachutes that were packed in 1933 and probably by Barnacle Bill. We won't need to use them. Shouldn't there at least be like a safety thingy? Safety thingy? Like a red nylon net, something to catch us. We're gonna get sucked out of this airplane. I mean, look at this thing. This old chunk box. I mean, it'll probably fall apart before we even hit 10,000 feet. And then, not only will we fall to our deaths, but our bodies will be obliterated by old pieces of junk box. I mean, is this even safe? We probably should not even be flying. Probably not. Then why are we here? He's the only one who would take us. You mean he's the cheapest? No, he's the only one. I'm not sure what we're doing is all that legal. Great. Now not only will I die, but I'm gonna get arrested too. All right, Ash. There's no all right here. You made your point. You don't want to be here. I don't either. It was your idea. No. It was his. Okay, so it was his idea. Oh my gosh. Do you ever stop complaining? No, not really. It's my life. So, what's going on here? Alright, it was his last request. I really don't care. I don't. He wanted you here. Why? He hated me. He probably wants me to die in this old, big junk box. Does he want me to die? No, he loved you. Typical Lex, being weird even when he's... Is it really weird? What would you call this? Unique, memorable, romantic. Romantic? A dozen roses and a candle at dinner is romantic. Dropping to your death at 10,000 feet in the air is definitely very unromantic. That's what I would have called it once. When we first met, that's what I thought of everything he did. Would you like to hold him? No. Just for a while? We're almost there. I don't really care. I don't want to hold your dead, ugly boyfriend. Don't say that about him. Well, he's a bastard. Don't call him that. He is a bastard for getting us up here. What was that? What is that? What's that noise? That's a signal. What? That we're out of fuel, aren't we? That we're gonna plummet to our death? Great. Nice of the nice pilot to notify us. Thanks, Barnacle Bill. We are ready to die. Then we've reached 10,000 feet. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead, make this happen, do what you need to do.
Alright. Help me first.
What?
Help me to the door.
No, listen. I don't care if the bastard wanted you to join him. I'm not gonna let you jump. I'm not gonna jump. Just help me to the door. Alright. So we're here. Door. Say what you say, and let's get it back to the ground.
Say what?
No, calm. Whatever it is that he wanted you to say.
He wanted the three of us up here to say his last poem over the with the door open, looking over this world.
And why?
It was called 10,000 Feet.
That's cute. I don't care. Do it.
He wanted it read by the person he cared about most.
Okay. Go for it.
The person he cared about most on Earth.
Yes. You. So do it.
No, Ash. You.
Nope.
Yes.
Why would he want me to do this? He doesn't even like me.
Yes, he did. I know how you felt about him.
You think Lex and I?
Yes.
No way. No. No way.
Reach in my pocket.
Why?
Just do it! Read the part that's underlined.
No.
It's Lex's will.
No.
Just do it.
No.
Ash.
When the plane reaches aforementioned altitude. Aforementioned altitude? Who even talks like this?
Ash!
When the plane reaches the aforementioned altitude, I would like to have my final work, my final song, read by the person who I cherish most in this physical realm.
Read it.
My most beloved? Oh no, this is a mistake. It has to be.
No mistake.
No. He was mixed up. It's definitely all those medications he was on. It's probably mixing weed with half of them. Popping pills like freaking jelly beans. I mean, come on, seriously? This is not right. He was thinking about ashes, Ashley.
Look at the date. It was 6 months ago. He was still lucid.
It's still a mistake.
It's okay, Ash. It doesn't matter. What happened between you and Lex?
Nothing happened.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because nothing happened.
Listen, whatever Lex did, I'm okay with. It hurt at first a lot, but I got over it.
But nothing happened.
We don't have to talk about it.
All right, no, we're not doing this. Stay calm and let's get on with this.
No, he wanted you to say it.
So you say it.
No.
I don't even know why we have to do this. Do you know how sad this is going to actually make you? It's like he hated me. This isn't about you. This is definitely about me.
He didn't hate you.
It's like you're doing this and saying this all 10,000 feet in the air, and then it's going to just complete the whole little circle. And now it's cute, and it's adorable, and you'll remember it for the rest of your life. You're my best friend. I wouldn't want to do this.
I don't know what to say. It was his last wish. All I want to see his last wish carried out. Please, just say it, Ash.
Alright. As long as you agree that this is ridiculous.
Okay, it's ridiculous.
And crazy.
Maybe.
You ready?
Yeah.
I can't even sing. This doesn't make any sense. I really, really don't want to be doing this right now.
He wanted you to.
That's fine. Okay. What's it called?
10,000 Feet.
That's right, stupid song. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. I'm going to throw up.
This is hard enough already. Please, Ash, just do it.
I can't do this. You're my best friend. And no matter what, you think you're going to be happy about this now, but trust me,
Later, you will not be happy. But a month from now, a year from now, you're gonna be really pissed off at me. So you think this is all magical and touching, but this is the love of your life, not mine. Nothing happened. No, you do. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do you know what the ironic thing is? He's gonna make it back to the airport before we do. Shut up! I'm sorry. You know I just got that. What now?
You know the irony of everything is the fact that we're up here doing this whole experience life kind of crap. Look at us. Like, seriously. I mean, it's a good thing his last song wasn't, I bought a new bulldozer today.
Good thing he didn't leave us spear guns in his will, want us to go deep sea fishing.
Here, little sharky, got a little hamburger for you.
Oh my god, I hated him!
He hated you too.
I chose Saturday night Cleveland, Sunday morning Cincinnati because I thought it was interesting. I mean, I'd never seen a play like that such before, and I thought like maybe I should do that. I liked it. I wanted to feel for the characters. I thought it was a kind of a twist, some comedy, some romantic, something for everybody. Schedule can be very, 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 very chaotic. I mean, I'm far away from all my actors are up in the school area, while I'm far away downtown. So it's hard trying to get up here and then get them, because when they have class, I'm free, and when I'm free, they have class. So it's kind of hard to get together face to face. So I'm more working with I'm emailing them, I'm texting them, rehearse without the paper, rehearse with each other, rehearse by yourself, try to get the feel of your character. Working in theater it will help me get to know different types of actors from different types of people from anywhere, and I don't know, I guess you could say, get me to get the feel of working with people and working with camera and not being around in a set or being controlling or whatnot. I can say my biggest challenges is having a face-to-face sit-down with my actors. That's mainly my biggest challenge. Like, I have my stuff that I need for the theater or what I need for setup. My biggest challenge is getting face-to-face with my actors. For me, I don't know, it's kind of, the only problem would be that meeting my actors, but it's kind of a cakewalk because I'm kind of a short story person. I'm used to compacting stuff and then giving a big punch in between without throwing it all together. So I'm kind of used to it. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm gonna mess it up or nothing like that. I'm kind of used to getting stuff done in a short amount of time and having it ready. Well, my play is about a lady getting drunk at a bar. She goes home with a guy that she doesn't really know, and she wakes up and she kind of goes with there. I'm not trying to give away too much because it's a twist in between there. She wakes up with a guy, don't know who he is, and he's not her type at that. In Saturday night Cleveland, Sunday morning Cincinnati, I want the audience to get some laughs, more laughs than tears, more of a, oh, that was really good, I kind of liked it, that was different. And most importantly, not to drink in a public place by yourself. Yeah, you never know who you're gonna go home with. You might go home with the Reaper.
making a quick getaway?
You're awake.
Didn't mean to interrupt you.
I just didn't want to wake you.
Very considerate. It's okay. You can still go.
No, you're awake now. I guess I can stay.
Then why are you still heading towards the door? At least you didn't have to pull a Coyote Ugly.
Excuse me?
You know, chew your arm off rather than waking me. You weren't faced with that particular dilemma.
Don't be stupid. Now if I can just find a spot to...
Sorry, a bit messy.
No, it's fine. So, where are we?
Cincinnati.
What, Cincinnati? Weren't we in Cleveland last night?
Now we're in Cincinnati.
Oh my god. And how'd we get here?
Drove. Or should I say, I drove. You slept.
I really don't remember. What were we drinking?
I was on light beer. You were drinking pretty much anything you could get your hands on.
Well, are the buses running by now?
Should be.
Great. I better get going.
Church?
Huh. Very funny. No, I gotta go help my mom. Yeah, she's having some people over for lunch, so...
Oh, where does she live?
Dayton.
You got a far trip ahead of you then.
Right. So, look, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's just, I usually don't do this.
Who said I do?
I'm not used to being in this type of situation.
Absolutely.
Last night, I guess I sort of just lost control. You know, I went a little crazy.
Let yourself go?
Did things I wouldn't do under normal conditions.
You mean normally you wouldn't go home with me?
No, it's not that.
It's okay. I gather I'm not exactly your type.
No, I must sound awful.
Is it because I'm white?
No, don't be stupid. Well, maybe. But I just had a really terrible week, okay?
Gary.
Wait, how do you know about Gary?
You mentioned him last night. Several times.
I did? Well,
he dumped you on Thursday.
For no reason.
And then he was there last night.
With that bitch. Ugh! He was all over her and just...
You discovered there may have been a reason after all.
So, as you can see, I'm a little emotional.
And then you end up here.
In Cincinnati.
With me.
Look, I gotta get going.
You know, it doesn't have to be like this.
Oh, believe me, it does.
What are you actually leaving here with?
What?
What are you actually taking away from here?
I hope only what I came with.
So there's no evidence that you were ever actually here.
So what? You want my panties as a souvenir?
So what? Do you want mine? Think about it. When you leave here, you'll take away absolutely nothing from last night.
Except for a serious headache. And
Some what?
Look, nothing. Never mind.
Say it.
Let's just say some less than perfect memories.
Exactly. The only thing that you'll take away from here are your memories, which I would guess won't be tremendous. But it doesn't have to be like that.
Look, okay? Listen. I like you. You're a sweet guy. You're a bit odd, but like I said, you're really not my type, so I really gotta go.
What if you could make up your own version of the events from last night?
What are you talking about?
You heard me.
It's not like I can change my memories.
Have you ever tried? Your memories from last night are pretty hazy at best.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
You can't even remember how we got here.
True.
So what if you decided what to remember? Make up your own version of the events.
No, if it was only that easy.
It is that easy. Who would you have liked to spend last night with?
I don't know.
Gary?
Yeah, right. After what that bastard did to me last night, hell no.
Okay, then who? Pick anybody you want. Play along.
Alright, fine then. Justin Timberlake, maybe?
Tricky. How about someone who looked just like Justin Timberlake?
Except with black hair.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite men's name? Play along.
I've always liked the name Marcus.
Okay, so you spent last night with Marcus, who looked just like Justin Timberlake, except with black hair.
Okay, but there's only one problem. I didn't.
Well, I'm the only one who knows that, and I've forgotten already.
Well.
Next, we need to decide where he came from. What's your favorite place to vacation? Greece? Spain?
Marcus, that sounds French.
All right, so he was charming and he was sexy.
And if he looked like Justin Timberlake, he was very sexy.
He was a very sexy Frenchman who had to fly back to Paris. But not before he gave you the most incredibly intense night of lovemaking you've ever experienced.
I did?
It was incredible. Much better than you ever had with Gary.
Yeah, you can say that again.
You two just clicked. It went on and on. He gave you more pleasure than you ever thought possible. Made you feel like no man has ever made you feel before.
What little I can remember, I couldn't even
Marcus
say.
was incredible. Together you set the night on fire.
Okay, but where'd this happen?
You pick. What's your favorite hotel?
I stayed at the Hyatt once.
Perfect. Room 432 at the Hyatt. Your room looked out onto the harbor. Marcus is staying there on business for the week.
Before he flew back to Paris.
Your room had this huge 4-pillar bed which you almost broke. Not to mention what happened in the bathroom.
In the shower?
It went on and on.
It was unbelievable.
You were unbelievable. 1 in a million. Best night of your life.
But wait, didn't anybody see me leave with you last night?
You dumped me at the bus stop. Then he drove by in his
black convertible BMW.
He stopped and asked you for directions.
Then we got to talking.
Next thing you knew, you were back at the Hyatt.
Sipping on French champagne.
The whole thing seemed like
magic.
Destiny.
Okay, wait a second. I am not about to be some one-night stand for some traveling Frenchman, okay?
This is just the beginning. He's filthy rich. In fact, he's flying you to Paris. He wouldn't leave until you promised.
To fly over and see him.
You're meeting him in 2 weeks' time in Paris.
At midnight.
On top of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my God, he's so romantic.
He's perfect. Dream come true. The next morning before breakfast, he kissed you goodbye. And whispered something French in your ear.
It sounded like poetry.
And then you walked out the door.
More legs floated.
Dreaming of the next time you would meet again in Paris.
Under the stars?
On top of the Eiffel Tower.
One final kiss.
And then you were off.
Okay, well, it worked, by the way. Here's my number.
That's all I ever wanted.
See ya.
Saturday night Cleveland, Sunday morning Cincinnati.
That's a wrap.